with the Natan Levy and Pete Rodriguez fight being scrapped last minute last week, we ended up with 2 best prop bets and we went 2 for 2. Carlos Ulberg via KO comes through relatively easily, and then Jailton Almeida round 1 plus 100 comes through as well. So a very, I guess, a perfect week last week as we go 2 for 2 on our 3 best prop bets, with the 1 prop bet being scratched. I got 3 more for you guys this weekend for UFC Vegas 73. Just a reminder, the MMA Fight Archive has 3 spots left for you to save 25% off on the lifetime of your subscription. Again, the MMA Fight Archive is your one-stop shop for all of your researching needs in terms of MMA. We cover the biggest promotions in the world, and next week is the Road to UFC, which is probably the hardest in terms of finding tape for these Asian fighters, and I have all 20 fighters already listed there for you, with plenty of fights for every single one for you guys to do your research of, so that you can come up with your own predictions, breakdowns, bets, all of that stuff. The MMA Fight Archive is the best place in the world. I promise you guys, I got over 5 years of experience collecting data from all corners of the web. Nobody does it better than your boy. I promise you that. So hop on board and take advantage of those savings. Only 3 spots left. All right, let's get right into the 3 best prop bets for UFC Vegas 73, I believe it's 73. First up, we're going to go with the women's belt here. We're going to go Natalia Silva by KO at plus 130. I feel a little bit, not skeptical, but, KO submission. I think both are very live on the table here. You can go inside the distance, minus 185, which might be a little bit chalky for most people, but I think that there is a huge skill gap here between her and Victoria Leonardo. I expect Natalia Silva to piece her up. I think her speed and her technical abilities are going to be too much for Leonardo here, so that might be able to open up a club and sub opportunity, or just a club and drum opportunity for Natalia Silva to finish Victoria Leonardo. So give me Silva by TKO plus 130. Again, if you don't mind eating a bit of juice inside the distance at minus 185, not a bad spot either. Now I'm going to slightly cheat here in terms of the next prop, as I'm going to be putting 2 props together here. We're going to go Joaquin Buckley round 2/round 3. You can get plus 600 on round 2, plus 900 on round 3. Fialho is a round 1 or bust fighter. This is a guy that will succumb to the pressure of his opponents in rounds 2 and 3, and that's fully what I'm expecting from Buckley in this matchup. I think he's going to wear on Fialho with some grappling in the early goings of this matchup, just to get that power out of the tank of Fialho, and then he should be able to open up with his own offense in the 2nd and 3rd rounds, and it won't be too long after that Fialho will be looking for the exit. This is a guy that very much gets down on himself when he's not able to land that early power, and Buckley is one of those guys that once he smells blood in the water, he's going to fully go for it, and I expect him to finish Fialho within the last 10 minutes of this matchup. And lastly, another guy we can hone in on for the round props, round 2 and 3 props, but I'm going to go specifically with the Anthony Hernandez by submission prop here, which currently sits around that plus 200 range. I see plus 195 at certain spots as well, but that's one where you can tie round 2. I think it's plus, you know what? Let me see if I can pull it up here. Hernandez round 2 submission plus 450. No, sorry, I got that mixed up here. Here we go. Anthony Hernandez round 2 plus 750. Anthony Hernandez round 3 submission. Round 2 submission plus 750. Round 3 submission plus 1200. So I think if you just line those 2 up, you're more than welcome. I'm just going to go straight up with the submission plus 195, just in case he somehow pulls it off in that first round. But I'm expecting the pressure, the cardio, and the pace of Hernandez to be way too much for Shabazz. Shabazz is live in the first couple minutes to eventually find a knockout, as that has been the kryptonite to Anthony Hernandez's game in the past. However, I think he's rounded out his game well enough here that he should be able to pressure Shabazz without getting hit too badly, close that distance, wear on Shabazz, and then eventually reap the fruits of his labor in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. Give me Hernandez by submission. So there you guys go, 3 best prop bets. Once again, we got Natalia Silva by KO plus 130. We got Joaquin Buckley round 2 plus 600, round 3 plus 900, and then Anthony Hernandez by submission plus 195. I'm feeling a sweep coming up, boys. Hopefully that is exactly what ends up happening, and we can go with last week's trend of going perfect on the props. All right, Reminder, the 3 best prop bets from now on will be dropping noon on fight days so that you guys can get right at 12 o'clock noon. Hop on the channel and you guys will be able to get the 3 best prop bets. And reminder, MMA Fight Archive, you're going to be wanting to research the Road to UFC show, which is next week. I will probably only do a breakdown of the first episode, which is 5 fights, and then the rest of it will be on my Patreon. All 20 fights broken down for you guys on the Patreon, link in the description below. Also on the MMA Fight Archive is going to be Uriah Faber's A1 Combat 11, which goes down next weekend as well. I'll have every single fighter profile up there for you guys in the next couple days. Just check that out as well. All right, appreciate you guys, love you guys as always. You guys have been freaking awesome. We hit over 6,000 subscribers again. That was kind of the peak that I hit before my whole debacle, but I've managed to rebuild, and I appreciate every single one of you guys that have hopped back on the train, or newcomers that have hopped back on the train, or hopped on the train I should say. It truly means the world to me, and seeing the numbers thrive that the way they are, it blows me away, and I'm very appreciative of every single one of you guys. All right, good luck on all your action this weekend, and I will see you next week, like I said, to break down episode 1 of Road to UFC. If you wanted the rest of the breakdowns on the Patreon, link in the description below. All right, love you guys. Good luck this weekend. Peace.